Welcome back to the locally sourced music show here on the WCSF 88.7 FM Joliet. I'm your host, Will Double S. We've got Jenny Scara here in the station with us. We're going to be talking about her new EP, Listen Up. To start off the evening, hear my favorite song off her EP called Operator. Say hi, Jenny.
Hello. What's up?
You ready for the song?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I'm stoked. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello, operator.
She was tall and long awaited, the stubborn type. She was blonde and light pink heels in the summertime, and I wanted to make her mine. Does she think about me too? Is there something I should do to get her attention too? Operator, operator, give me a hit. I got another bad habit I've been trying to kick. I'm in love with a lady, but she doesn't know I exist. Please, Mr. Operator, give me a hint. Is it obvious? I wonder if she even know this is an option. What's the cause to get her? Yeah, she's so bad and I need a fix. Even so far away from me, she knows just what to say to me. Oh, and I'm feeling fine. She loved many, but trusted few. Held everything you do against the grain of her heart. No, she was never too overestimating. Spent every second waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Operator, operator, give me a hit. I got another bad habit I've been trying to kick. I'm in love with a lady, but she doesn't know I exist. Please, Mr. Operator, give me a hint. Is it obvious? I wonder if she even know this is an option. What's the cause to get her? Yeah, she's so bad and I need a fix. Does she think about me too? Could you put me through? Operator, operator, give me a hit. I got another bad habit I've been trying to kick. I'm in love with a lady, but she doesn't know I exist. Please, Mr. Operator, give me a hint. Is it obvious? I wonder, does she even know this is an option? What's the cause to get her? Yeah, she's so bad and she's so bad and she's so bad and I need a fix.
And we're back on the locally sourced music show. You just heard. You had to get that ending in there, the little that telephone sound in
The
there.
outro, bro. I gotta hang up the phone.
You got to hang up the phone. Exactly. You got to start it with ringing the phone, and then you gotta hang up
Yeah.
the phone. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I had to close the circle, as they say.
Exactly. Congrats on the new EP. Listen Up. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind the overall EP, but then also, we just played Operator. Tell us a little bit about Operator. as well.
All right, bet. Yeah, thank you. The EP was, well, I guess I'll start with Operator because the EP itself started actually with Love Me Back, but I think Operator was the second song I wrote out of the 4. It was all like, it wasn't really necessarily even a plan to make an EP. I just was writing songs. But it was all of them I wrote within probably like a 3-week span, maybe. And all of them, aside from Octopus Song, which is like its own, or Hello, Mr. Octopus, which is its own little like thing I was trying to do, with just like letting loose with writing. But with the other 3, I was just like, okay, I need to feel my feelings and like be honest about my feelings, with myself and in my lyrics, and not be embarrassed about it. Like, just say what you, like, bro, just say what you mean. You know, stop with, like, because I wrote, like, a lot of lyrics with metaphors before that, because I realized, like, I was like, I like the metaphors, I like them. Like, no, bro, you just don't want to say what you mean to yourself. Like, you just don't want to feel it. So I was, like, creating this, like, weird backdoor way of saying what I felt. But in this one, I was like, no, like, you got to just be honest. Even if it sounds stupid, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, sometimes you just got to make the song the most literal thing, like, possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, the most literal meaning, you know, backstory, like, possible.
Yeah.
You know, like, no cryptic lyrics, no nothing. Just like, oh, this is what's happening. This is how I feel. You don't have to interpret it at all.
Yeah.
Or there's minor, you know, interpretations.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's like it's lyrics. Like, I try to keep it so that it's sort of like if I were to speak the lyrics, they would make sense in a conversation, and they would also be, obviously they're applicable to me and my situation that I'm writing about, but I think it's important too to, like, when things are too specific, then it's like the listener doesn't get to have their own experience with the song. So kind of writing it almost conversationally, but in a way where it's like, please, please love me back. You know, everybody's felt that.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I'm feeling. But it's not like, you know, please, first and last name, I would really appreciate it if you texted me back. Like, that's, like, way too specific.
Yeah,
you know?
that's way too specific. Yeah. Plus, like, you know, name dropping in a song.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So, you're part of the, you know, we talked a little bit about the EP, but some of the listeners may have not tuned in a couple months ago when we introduced you to the show, into the locally sourced music show world, here on WCSF. So just introduce yourself a little bit to the listeners here. Who are you? I mean, we know who you are, but, like, just tell us a little bit about, like, briefly, like, how you became Jenny Scara, like, music-wise.
Okay.
Like, how'd you
Hello,
start?
everyone. My name's Jenny. Jenny Scara, as they call me by the government. I came into doing music. I've been doing music my whole life, but I've been, like, actually taking it on for, like, 2 years. Me and Tyler started working together, my manager, 2 years ago.
Nice.
When I, like, actually, I was just like, you know what? Because I had known, it's one of those things, like, to all you listeners out there, you know, like, you got that one thing that you could just, you'd want to do it so bad. And it might be, like, stupid. Say it's, like, interior design or fashion. You want to design fashion. You want to design clothes for Broadway musicals. Something like, you're like, I can, pipe dream. Like, no, dude, you just go for it. You know, I realized, like, with music, it's always been something I wanted to do, but I was just too, like, insecure and I wanted it to work out so bad that I was too scared to try because I didn't want to fail. But I came to the realization that, what are you doing? like, you're going to get old and you're going to be mad at yourself because you never tried. Like, the worst that could happen is you failed. And at least you could say you tried.
Yeah.
So.
And now you've got like a very like lengthy, like extensive discography going on. You've got one EP out. We've been playing some of those songs on the show, Forbidden Fruit. And then also like the new EP, Love Me Back. And you said earlier your manager, Ty Twit, I call him.
The boy.
He's
in the studio.
He's in the studio with us. Do you want to say hi?
You want to say what's up?
Here.
Yo.
Bruh. That's crazy. Hit him with a yer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how'd you guys end up? I know you guys said you guys started a few like, years back. I think.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Like, how'd you guys meet? How'd you guys connect? What's it like working together with the Broken Record Music Club?
You want to take it, Ty?
I'll take it.
Yeah, story time with Ty.
So, funny thing about Jenny is Jenny used to be a college soccer player.
True.
And my sister was also a college soccer player, and they knew each other through goalkeeper training. And so...
Shout out, Camp Shout Out.
Yeah,
Or Camp Shut Out. Camp Shut Out.
And Doug.
Shout out.
But I had just started Broken Record Music Club, and I had just gotten home from... I was playing pro football, so I had gotten home, and I was looking for new artists to work with, and my sister texted me, and she's like, hey, have you ever heard of Jenny Scara? I'm like, no. She's like, all right, cool. Here's her music. I'm like, okay. And then I listened to it, and I was like, okay, give me your phone number right now. And so my sister got it for me, and then me and Jenny started texting, and we had a meeting, and we talked about everything. And then it was a couple months later that Jenny came back and was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's get to work.
Let's work.
And we've been working ever since.
See what the vibe is like. Let's work.
Straight up scheming and plotting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For 2 years straight.
Nice.
Scheming and plotting.
Nice.
Big things coming. Praying hands emoji.
Big things. Big things. Well, I'm going to have to get you back on the show and talk like more in depth about Broken Record Music Club and how that, like more about that and the evolution of that and everything. Let's talk about a little bit about Operator. No, we talked about Operator a little bit, but we've got another song off your EP. It's called Fighting Not to Feel It. Tell me a little bit about that, and I think we could like play that song too if you guys are down.
Yeah. Fighting Not to Feel It / Heart, spelled Heaart. This song is the most personal song on the EP for sure. I wrote it during that like 3-week span. I think it was the last song that I put together. It was like 3 different parts that I had written. And I was like, maybe I should just throw them all together. So I threw them together. And I love that song. It's definitely the band's, like me and the band, it's our favorite for sure off the EP. It's about, so Ty mentioned I played soccer in college. Everybody's experiences are different. Mine was not great at all. It was like really, it was like really traumatic. Not great. So, been processing that whole 4-year span for the past 4 years. I wrote that song about that experience. Again, just like, okay, how, like, you need to be honest with yourself about how you felt about that experience. Like, I know, like, I joke a lot, like, yeah, that was traumatic, and I laugh about it, because it is kind of funny, but also, like, it really did. It was not great. So I was like, okay, you need to stop giggling about it, and you need to, like, feel your feelings and feel it out and write about it. So that's where that song kind of came from. Cool.
Well, should we play it?
Yes, please.
Here's Fighting Not to Feel It by Jenny Scara. Jenny Scara. Here we go.
So naive when I came in, faking every prayer said like you were better known and a little better cut guy. I was too stubborn to bleed, but you had me cut so deep. Now my head's been spinning and I can't feel my face, and every memory of you refuses to fade. Fighting not to feel it in all the wrong ways. I just wish you would have never picked my name. In due time, I fell right back in, scraping to impress the unimpressible. Then I was slowly losing my mind to the dreams of what if. So when the lie grew too big, I started to believe myself again. I decided I would live. Oh, but I'll never forget, and I won't ever forgive. Now my head's been spinning and I can't feel my face, and every memory of you refuses to fade. Fighting not to feel it in all the wrong ways. I just wish you would have never picked my name. Have you ever seen the devil's disguise? Night after night, he'll tear your heart out and you won't mind. Have you ever seen the devil's disguise? Night after night, he'll tear your heart out and you won't mind. My head's been spinning and I can't feel my face. The memory of you refuses to fade. I'm fighting not to feel it in all the wrong ways. My head's been spinning and I can't feel my face. The memory of you refuses to fade. I'm fighting not to feel it in all the wrong ways.
That was Jenny Scara with Fighting Not to Feel It, off her album called Fighting Not to Feel It /HEAART by Jenny Scara here on the show. This is the Locally Sourced Music Show. We're featuring local music on the from the Illinois music scene, and we got Jenny Scara here today here on the show. With me, your host, Will Double S, and you just heard Fight Not to Feel, and you talked a little bit about it. I sort of want to talk about the for like your experience, like have you been like performing this song like live at all during your shows?
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
song is in every set. We love this song.
Yeah.
Me and the band. This is our favorite one.
What would you
Probably one of our favorites to play.
I was about to ask us, like, what would you say is one of your favorites? Like, would you count this one as one of your favorites to play live?
Yeah. I think honestly all the songs in our set. Like I think all this. I can't really pick a favorite. My favorites usually like the newest one that we're putting in because it's like new and exciting. But I feel like all the songs, I just love them. They're all my little babies.
Oh, so yeah. So with the whole thing about live shows, like, do you have any upcoming live shows you want to plug?
Yeah. On Thursday, this Thursday, March 1st, we're playing at Reggie's in Chicago. We're playing with Citrosonics and this touring band from New York called the Gamblers.
Nice.
I'm super stoked for that show. The Gamblers are doing their, I think it's called Spring of the Idiots tour.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's mostly like Midwest East Coast shows. But this is the first show on the first leg of their tour. So I'm super excited to be supporting them in that.
Yeah.
And then if you're down by Central Illinois on May 3rd, this Saturday, we have a show at the Lake House. We're playing with like 4 other great bands from Bloomington Normal.
Nice.
And I think that one's like DM for Addie or something. If you look up the Lake House, you won't find it. So find me on Instagram, shoot me a DM, and I'll send you the address.
Where can people find you on Instagram?
Oh yeah, Jenny Scara _86. Also, that's the same thing I have for TikTok.
Cool.
So check me out.
Check her out.
Get
updated. Stay updated. That's where it's at.
Stay up to date.
Stay up to date, indeed. Before we wrap up, kind of plugged the your social medias, your shows. Is there anything else you want to share about the EP, and also what's next after the EP?
What's next?
Now that it's released.
We're doing right now we don't have anything recorded because we have like new songs written.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put out an album next. So it'll probably be a second before I put out new music, but we're working on putting together like live performance stuff that if you want to know about, you should definitely follow me on my socials. Big things coming, praying hands emoji. But like the new songs that we're taking June off of shows so we can work on rehearsing and recording.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for the new songs that we have. Me and the band are really coming into our sound. So follow me on social media so you like know when I'm doing stuff, but those new songs coming out I'm really stoked for those. Also, if you guys have been streaming the EP, I appreciate you. You rock. Thank you. It's super cool. Like these little sounds that come out of my brain, they're just like little diddles and ideas in my head, like feelings that I have, and I make them into these songs, and then other people enjoy them. I'm like, yo, that's literally magic, bro. Like, thank you for streaming.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Fighting Not to Feel It. Love that. Love Operator, man. I mean, first hear it,
Operator.
when I first heard it, I'm just like, I love this song. And then the second time I listened to it, I'm just like,
I love this song, bro.
I can't wait to play this on the show. I'm just like, it's gonna be great.
Thank you, brother.
Energy in it, it's great.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be playing it probably next month.
Sweet.
Yeah, definitely next month. So,
Thank you, dude. Yeah, that's that. I love Fighting Not to Feel It, but Operator is like always been my. As soon as I wrote it, I'm like, oh my god, like this song is amazing.
Oh yeah, Yeah. So without further ado, we're gonna wrap up the show, wrap up the interview here. We've been talking to Jenny Scara here on the show, the locally sourced music show. Stay tuned after we hear or tune in after Love Me Back after we play her last song. So I got some updates about the show. But yeah, without further ado, here is Love Me Back by Jenny Scara here on the locally sourced music show. Enjoy.
1, 2.